I am not lying when I say it has never been easier or more simple to create talking head videos and video podcasts. So let's talk about it. This is the Crush It on Camera series. My name is Meredith. I'm here to help you look good, sound good, and feel good on camera because I believe everyone can create pro-looking videos that grow your audience and your business with YouTube. Now, I've covered a whole setup for recording videos in my step-by-step video at the beginning of the Crush It on Camera series. So I'll link to that down in the description below this video. And so I don't want to rehash the details of that. Instead, in this video, I want to talk about what to do when you actually sit down and hit record. And personally, I think Descript is the best way to record talking heads and solo video podcast videos. And if you do an interview style podcast, Descript owns and integrates with Squadcast, making it really easy to record multiple people remotely. But before we get into all that, there are a few things you need to have in place before you actually hit the record button. So do you script or not script? That is the question. Either way, being prepared with what to say on camera is going to make recording take less time. It's going to be a lot less of a headache. And it's also going to make editing take less time and also be less of a headache. Unless you're one of those types of people who can riff on a topic without repeating yourself or going off track or getting yourself distracted by your own thoughts, you want to have something written down before you hit record. And to make this really easy for you, I put my video structure that I stick to with nearly every single one of my YouTube videos in the Crush It on Camera guide. Now, I teach this to my clients and students, and I teach something I call a block script process inside 30 Days to a Thriving YouTube channel, which takes a lot of the guessing out of what exactly to say in your intro and in your outro to keep your viewers engaged. But the key here is to have a structure that's repeatable for you, because again, we want to have a set it and forget it setup so that you can crush it on camera, right? So if your videos follow the same or very similar format every time, it's easier for you to plan, it's easier for you to record, to edit, and whether you script your videos word for word or you create an outline for yourself, you always know that you can rely on your own repeatable process and hit record on any topic. And it always blows my mind when people come to me with questions about my videos with this like mistaken belief that I don't mess up my words and that I'm completely natural on camera, or that I can just hit record and talk and I don't have to do much editing in my videos. The truth is I mess up a lot and I have to edit out a lot of mistakes. These sentences don't just come out of my mouth naturally and easily 100% of the time. So knowing that I have to edit my videos actually takes off so much pressure, because if I mess up, I can restart my sentence. If I don't like how like an entire section of the video came out, I can do it all over again, because everything I don't want in the video is going to be cut out completely anyway. And by the way, we are going to cover editing in this Crush It on Camera series, so make sure you're subscribed here so you don't miss any of the other videos, and I'll link to the whole playlist down in the description. And if you're here to create videos that actually grow your audience on YouTube, my best tip for building a thriving YouTube channel is coming up. So let's wrap things up here first, because we need to talk about teleprompters. Whether you use one or not, completely up to you. It makes no difference really in the outcome of the video. It's what's going to make it easier for you to hit that record button. I go back and forth between both, and it just sort of depends on the day, or it depends on my mood. So a lot of times what I do is I have my notes, which could be word for word, or it could just be an outline on my computer monitor. And I look at my notes and I see, what do I need to say in this video? I look at the first few sentences, and then I can look up at the camera and deliver the lines for the camera. So I'm constantly going back and forth between my notes and my camera. And I already mentioned I'm going to be editing my videos, so I don't have to worry about taking a few moments to look at my notes and figure out what needs to come out of my mouth and then looking at the camera and delivering it, because when I edit it, it just all gets stitched together flawlessly, or like semi-flawlessly. But once I set a teleprompter up, I realized this is actually pretty cool. And today I'm using the Elgato prompter, which, full disclosure, Elgato sent this to me, but this obviously isn't a sponsored video. And I'll link to my teleprompter videos down in the description if you're curious about how the setup of that works. But when I'm using a teleprompter like now, I have the script of my video. And for this, I did write the script word for word because I'm putting this whole series together. So it was easier to just kind of like write the whole thing. I don't always do that. Like I said, it kind of depends on my mood. So I have my notes in my browser window up on the teleprompter. They're not scrolling for me. I'm literally using my mouse or my magic pad here to scroll the words. As you can imagine, this does take some practice. And the way I like to think about reading from a teleprompter is I'm not always reading. Sometimes I'm just glancing at the words to grab a word and figure out, what am I supposed to be saying here? And obviously I don't want it to look unnatural. Like I said, it takes practice, but once you know what you're going to say in your videos, you do actually have to hit the record button and talk to the camera. Another common misconception that people come to me with when it comes to recording videos is that I like deliver a line and then stop recording and then start again, talk some more, and then stop recording, and then start again, talk some more, stop recording. To tell you the truth, that is a lot of times what I'm doing when I'm recording directly into Descript. And this is going to be another one of those personal preference things, and maybe possibly even like it depends on your mood type of a thing. Sometimes I record long stretches at a time, like I'm doing right now. This recording has been going for like 12 minutes, but it's obviously going to be edited down. And other times I'll record a sentence or two or a paragraph and then stop, take a breath, take a drink of my coffee, and then start again. But because I typically record directly into Descript or into my computer, maybe even using Ecamm, or for this video, I'm recording with Tele because I'm going to show you my screen. I usually don't talk for more than like 15 minutes before I stop recording and then start another section of the video. Let me show you how easy it is to record directly into your computer with Descript. I seriously wish this existed when I first started my channel. So I have Descript open. I created a new project. I gave it a name. I'm just going to hit record up here at the top, and it gives me this window where it asks me what are we recording? Audio, camera, or screen. And if you choose screen, it'll record your camera and your screen. But if your camera is off, it'll just record your screen. So I'm going to choose camera because this is a talking head video, and I'm going to select Cam Link 4K because if you watched the first video in the Crush It on Camera series, you know how everything is actually set up and how the camera is connected to the computer through the Cam Link. So I'm going to select the Cam Link, and for my audio, I want to make sure I have the right microphone selected. Now, if you're recording in a noisy environment, like, a coffee shop or a bus station or something, you can turn on studio sound, which, as it says, it fixes your recordings with background noise and echo and other ambient clutter. So if you have ambient clutter, you can turn that on. I always keep mine off. And then we just hit record. It's going to give me a little bit of a countdown, and you'll be able to see as I'm recording. And by the way, you can move this window wherever you want to, but this gives you a visual on yourself. Let me read something like, okay, so this is the upside of recording in chunks is you hit record, you talk, and then you can hit stop recording, and it's going to transcribe everything I just created. So I can see my mistakes right away. I can see where I restarted my sentences. I can see where it took me a while to figure out where I wanted to start. Like here, I can highlight it and I can hit delete, and now I have a rough draft basically of my recording. So if I want to just start recording again, all I have to do is hit record. It's going to give me another countdown, and I can record the next chunk of the video. And all I have to do is kind of keep going, stop, start, and edit as I go. And I don't have to go in from the very beginning of the video and figure out where all my mistakes are. From there, it's a matter of fine-tuning everything before you hit publish. I'll save all of the editing stuff for its own dedicated video because you might be wondering about things like, how do I add my logo, or how do I create a title screen? So make sure you're subscribed to my channel here for the complete Crush It on Camera series. However, when it comes to making any video content on YouTube to grow your audience, building a library of binge-worthy videos is the most powerful way to do that. And I have a video explaining exactly how to become bingeable on YouTube so that you can attract new viewers and subscribers with every video you publish. And I've queued that video up for you here, and it's also linked down below.